Hey guys, welcome back to Gear and Guitars with Mel. As usual, I am Mel.
This video is for this bad mammal jammal right here. Bam!
This is the Joyo Baatsin. Set that down over there. Watch it fall. This is the Joyo Baatsin. This is an 8-mode overdrive. It's all analog, true bypass. I'm going to sketch it right off the get. Does not come with a power supply. But that being said, this is pretty sick. We're going to check it out, and I'll let you guys know what I think about it. All right, so let's get right into it. This is my clean amp tone. So you can see the bridge is definitely giving the amp just a little bit of crunch. So everything we're hearing is going to be on crunch, which is the way it should be anyway. So we're going to start off with the first one, and this is cool that this is all analog. I'm a little bit impressed. This is a lot. So the first thing we're going to deal with is the TOD, which, yeah, I'm just going to call them all out. That's supposed to be the Timmy. So let's go. Clean tone. I really enjoy that. See how it sounds on the bridge split. I will say that setting definitely enjoys these pickups. That sounds pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh, so the name Baatsin, the B-A-A-T-S-I-N. So you do a little looking, and that's taken from the 8 Immortals from Chinese lineage, the 8 Taoist gods. You know, like Monkey King and all that stuff. You know, they used to. Never mind. So let's go see what we got next here. So next up, what we have is the Sweetie, which I know is their circuit for the Sweet Baby, which is actually the Sweet Honey from Mad Professor. I'm fairly sure about that, but yeah, let's give it a listen. Clean tone. See, now I don't know. I've never played the Sweet Baby, and I've also never played the Sweet Honey. But I know I like that. It's fuzzy. It's a fuzzy tone. You know, the clipping is pretty deep in there. I dig on that. So next up, we got the B-Boost. Now, I'm fairly sure that the B-Boost, this is the third selection you get on here. I'm fairly sure that's just a clean boost. So give you the clean tone. So what it seems to be doing is it's boosting it, not a crazy amount. I could turn the gain up But I don't know that that actually... So when you turn the gain up on the B boost section there, all it does is kind of add some sparkle to it. It just gives a little more high end. But yeah, that's just a... Yeah, straight up clean boost, which very useful. I don't see what there'd be wrong with that. Now we're gonna move on to the TS808, and I know that I got to turn the volume up for the TS808. Everything has been tone and gain at noon, and I would say the volume at about 9 o'clock. I do know for the tube screamer in this, the T808 section, that it needs a little more volume. It's a quieter pedal. So here you go, clean tone. T808. It's I don't know. I don't play a lot of tube screamers. I have my my 9 Street that I use, but I don't. Hold on. Let's see how it sounds split. Let's do that. Now that. Turn the gain up to about 3 o'clock. Now that. You split those pickups, and there's something about the way the output is on these pickups that just didn't have that tube screamer sound to it. You know, and I've had them over the years, plenty of them. It's just not my preferred pedal. But as soon as I split it, it had that familiar tube screamer tone. All right, so what do we got next? All right, so after the T808, we have the Overdrive 1, which... Since the website says something about 1977 Overdrive and Springsteen, so I'm going with it's the SD1, which I actually have on my board all the time anyway. So this one I got a little know-how with. All right, full fat humbucker, clean tone. Gets there. It's let me try something here. It's a little better. So too much gain on that makes it sound too much like something else, and I'm not sure I know what that is. So over here, the next one, and when you have this at home, granted, there's always going to be pot values, there's going to be differences, but let's call this around 8 o'clock for the tone that I'm getting in the room, so that it doesn't completely blast me out. Because last time I went to this crunchy setting, which we're thinking, I don't know, some kind of British gold and black style amp or something like that. Yeah, but that's what the crunchy is. And last time it blew me right out. It was crazy. So, clean tone. Freaking loud. Okay, so to get it back to the room level on that one, it is literally, I don't know, about 7.5. Like, and by 7.5, I mean 7 o'clock on a clock, halfway to 8. Well, that does sound pretty martially, I gotta say. All right, so the next section, is about as loud as the crunch. This is called the Rioter, which I'm gonna have to assume is emulating the Shure Riot. So let's go. Clean tone. Okay, now I am fairly sure that the Shure Riot is a rat style circuit, and I have to say that because I have never played a Shure Riot, but I have played a rat, and that was very rat-like to me. So if they got that right, they got that right. All right, last one we got here. I'm gonna give you a little hint. It's the OC drive, so we all know what that is. Get old Mr. Fuller down there. What we're gonna do though is right off the bat, I'm gonna throw the tone all the way up. Okay. This is something that if you've owned a regular one, then you know how it is. Clean tone. curious to see what this sounds like split. That low end, you just can't get away from
this
that
thing is pretty wicked. Now, if I'm gonna give honest opinion, I gotta say that the Timmy, the TOD, I thought sounded great. I'm a big fan of that. I like that kind of drive. It sounded really good. That Sweetie, the second section, also very usable, very killer. The B boost, listen, if you're looking for a booster, I would say you're probably not looking for a booster that's in the middle of a bunch of awesome drive pedals. That being said, if you are, you are. But the booster works, does what it's supposed to do. The T808, at first, I don't know, maybe it was just the way those humbuckers sounded. It wasn't really ringing like a tube screamer to me, but I will say that as soon as I split those coils, it got those tones. And if I had more oomph in me to play tube screamers, I would know better how to coax sounds out of it that are better, but you know, you can do what you do. The OD1, the Super Overdrive, the Overdrive 1 channel, I think that was okay. I have on my board at all times, and I'll show you my board in a minute. I have on my board at all times an SD1, so I love that pedal. It's that and the HM2 were the first dirt in my life. You know what I mean? But it gets there. It's all right. I bet you if I'd have pulled out a different guitar, because I will say that PRS has a very distinct tone when it comes to those pickups. Very singular. Next, you had the Crunchy, which was that Marshall kind of crunch channel tone. That was saturated as heck, and it was awesome. I thought that sounded great. The Rioter, I'm a big fan of. The only reason I don't have a Rat on my board right now is because Stonegate Effects took over, but that's a whole nother thing. So if you're looking for something that's kind of Rat style, I think that's killer. And that the OC drive, we all know about that. You know, you turn the tone up because it gets a little dark. If we're being nice about it, you know, it gets a little dark, a little thick in the tonal areas. But yeah, crank that tone up, and obviously they got the circuit, right? Because that's what you got to do. That's what I had to do with the real one. So yeah, I gotta say, for the price of $60, this is sick. And the reason I'm saying that, like, I'm not even kissing butt. They sent this to me for me to do the review on, do the demo, you know, but I'm gonna be honest, $60. This has 8 channels on it, 8 different selections, one of which isn't exactly a drive pedal, it's just a way to kind of boost your signal. And I would say every one of those, the versions on here, not what they're trying to necessarily emulate, but any one of the versions on here on its own is worth $60. I think I can say that and not feel bad about that at all. I'm gonna play around with this a little more. I just went over it, you know, did some research and been playing it for this particular demo. But what I am gonna do is hit it up with a couple more guitars. Maybe I'll give you a follow-up video coming up with a Les Paul and a Strat. That probably makes more sense. So I think I might just do that. But for now, you got it with the PRS, which is a freaking perfectly great guitar anyway. So if I'm going 1 to 10, this is getting a hard 8+ for me. And I'm gonna tell you why. The TOD, the Sweetie, the Marshall Crunch, and that Rioter, those 4 I would go out and buy right now separate. Like, those circuits are great. And everything else is still usable and good. It's just not necessarily to my taste, but I think this thing knocks it out of the park. Once you guys tell me you're only getting room sounds, I'm not going crazy technical recording it and all that stuff. But you guys go ahead in the comments. You guys go ahead in the comments and tell me what you thought. You know, how did it sound to your ear? Are you interested in hearing it with, you know, a Strat and a Les Paul? Which ones did you like the most? I have to say that my money is on the Timmy, the TOD, the Sweetie, and that Marshall tone. Those are definitely my tops. But yeah, so leave it in the comments. Let me know what you think, man. Oh crap! Like there's a little switch on the back there. You know what I just realized? I don't even know if that'll. Look at that. That is for the lights. I didn't even get to show you the lights. Got focus here. So what I wanted to show you guys was this switch here on the back that says, I don't know if I can get that in there for you. It says sync. Hold on, there you go. Sync, off, and always. What that is on this awesome situation is that. Would you look at that? Look at that. That is awesome. Let's spin it around. Look at that. Dude, that is super killer. I can't even. I think this might be one of the best parts about this. Seriously, freaking out. It's so good. I love it.